What a day, what a day. All right, let's talk about day one, week two. Let's talk about Group B. Let's talk about Group B. Let's talk about it. No one expected what was going to happen. I know people have been retweeting some of my previous tweets, have been retweeting my pick'ems, that I had Longzhu first and that I had Fnatic second. Now, ordinarily, I'd be pretty proud of that. You know, I don't get to win a lot of pick'ems. That's something I would be pretty proud of. Not this time. Not this time. Why? Simple. I didn't think they'd do it. Good reason too. There's a good reason why I didn't think that would happen. Remember, pick'ems are before week one. Week one, I thought Fnatic would be coming in prepared, and they got smashed. Anybody going into that one would go complete mental boom. They wouldn't be good after that one. After week one, I don't care how much time you have to scrim. You're going to sleep that night, every night, with the losses over your head. Every single one of them. So for them to come into day one, week two, losing the first game, it's a hard game. Going 0-4 and then running it back. Insanity. Now, of course, it's people are talking about it. Historic. Greatness for Fnatic that they can come back off of repeat wins over the Gigabyte Marines and we repeat wins over Immortals. There are a lot of stories to tell. That's why, surprisingly enough, even though people are talking about the historic nature of Fnatic's win, I'm gonna focus on the Marines once again. If you saw my last video, you're like, well, oh my God, this guy just has it out for them. No, I'm actually coming out to give the Marines praise because remember what I said last time, word for word. I said that the Gigabyte Marines were by far the worst team of the tournament. Do I still stand by that? I don't know anymore. I guess we're about to find out tomorrow. Because if I were to make a comparison, I would say that Fenerbahce had stronger laners in the top side of the map. That's what I said. That's still probably true. But if that's the case for this tournament, the fact that the worst teams of the tournament, and this includes Flash Wolves 0 and 3. This includes technically EDG, though we all know that they deserve more. That just showcases that we're going to have some goddamn good games. From this point forward, we're going to have some great fucking games. But back to the Marines. Back to the Marines. I said that they had to play standard. Word for word, that shit, that cheese will not work again. They didn't listen. They went back out with it. And against Longzhu as well. Because, to be fair, rightfully so, they knew they went toe to toe with Khan. If Archie went toe to toe with Khan, if in the jungle, cuz went up, oh, you know what? Actually, the jungle would be in Levi's favor, 100%. But in the mid lane, BDD against Optimus, and in the bottom lane, No Way and Nirvan. The No Way is turning into honestly a star of an AD carry, going up against Prey and Gorilla. Yeah, they would lose those lanes. And they would come into the mid game but a pretty big deficit in towers down. So they chased them. Alright. They lane swapped against them. And they should have won. That's what's insane. That's what's insane about it. Is that the Marines should have won off that strategy alone. And had they won, they're in. They've cashed in. They beat Immortals. They cashed in. They lost to Fnatic and that was really it. Had they were able to take that one victory over Longzhu, Had they had that patient play, moving into the Longju base, very easily they could have been going towards the quarterfinals. And so that's when I have to come out, not so much with an apology based off the expectations, but an apology saying that I'm going to have to realign the Marines going forward. Because quite honestly, their strategy has worked. And very specifically, no way has showcased himself to be a really strong AD carry once he's at a laning phase. So kudos to them because as amazing as the Fnatic story was, the Marines story was so much cooler, so much better, in my opinion. Sure, it won't be in history, right? Because Albus Nox Luna went further. But, like, honestly, fuck history. The Marines, honestly, I hope they're here to stay. I hope so. I know Archie's been around for a very long time, with Saigon Jokers back in season 2. And I hope that he comes back because that Urgot play was incredible. So, yeah, I mean, what more can you say? That was an incredible set of games. And going into the quarterfinals, Longzhu just look amazing. And they do indeed look like favorites for the tournament. Though, if I do see a quarterfinals with them going up against RNG, that's going to be crisp. And I do wonder if Longzhu can take it. Because they did look a little shaky going up against Immortals, but also up against the Marines. So that would be a great for quarterfinals. And of course, Fnatic going into quarterfinals, 100% they're underdogs. And no matter who they face, they'll come in uh, essentially with people betting against them. That will make things a lot more interesting. And I wonder how far those games will go because Fnatic seems to be a team that's constantly learning, constantly getting better. Everybody knows their weak points, but sometimes you just can't take their strengths, and their strengths are in the bottom lane, the strengths are in the mid lane. And if they just play to it and try to hit their early game strengths, it seems like when they were going down to it, when the extra games were being played, the tiebreakers up against Immortals, and then the final matchup against the Marines, you saw them get a lot more comfortable. You were like, all right, they're starting to play the Fnatic way. And that was the Elise play. That was the Sivir. You saw the Sivir play and you were like, he's back. So there we go. That's day one for me. That's Group B for me. And a lot of people I didn't even mention Immortals. And I'm gonna finish off with Immortals and saying this. Finish off this video with this. Immortals, they brought on this roster in North America, and no one expected anything of it. Why? Ole, Cody's son. Cody's son was a meme when we saw him playing IEM. People were throwing out the Cody Duns. People were throwing out, oh God, I don't know what's happening here. My headset doesn't like me. It just doesn't agree with me. Come on, man. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Yeah. You guys hold on just a second as I get my headset in order. There we go. It's all in order. But yeah, people were throwing out the Cody Duns. People were throwing out all the kind of memes. And he was the strongest, or at least coming in as one of the stronger North American AD carries. I had to stop myself from saying the strongest because we know who's the strongest. Double Lift is the strongest. So Cody's son came in with a strong reputation for good reason. He just didn't have the experience, and world stage gave him that experience. The team, as a team going into it, finally getting on that stage, organization didn't really have that experience on a global stage. They got that experience. They got pretty damn far. And now people are going to meme them. People are going to talk poorly about them, but they've gone a long way. As respect to them. Respect to the organization to get that far. Now, They ain't gonna be happy. There's a good reason for it. You don't go 0-4. You just don't lose every game in week 2 and be happy about it. But there's bright things to come for them in the next year, I'd say. I hope that they stay together. That's my piece on it. All right. Thank you. And that's my video for day 1. That's my thoughts on it. And look forward to my next video about, me talking about Group C, since that's coming up tomorrow.